We're now going to move on and discuss character strings. When we're creating our programs, we nearly always have to use fields defined as character strings. And in SAP, there are two elementary data types used for character strings. These are data type C and data type N. We'll first have a look at data type C. And to do this as we go along, I'll create a brand new program called Z character strings. The data type C is used to hold alphanumeric characters, and it has a minimum length of 1 character and a maximum length of 65,535 characters. So first of all, we'll define a field of data type C. And when we define this data type, once we're key in the field name, we then, without any spaces, use open brackets, put in the length of the field, so this will be 10 characters, and then we declare the actual type, which is type C. Now this is the long form of declaring a field of type C, and what I mean by that is because this field is a generic data type, the system has some default values that it can use to save us from typing out the full length of the declaration. So for example, if we declare a new field, let's call this mycar2, and I want this field just to be 1 character, well, the default value for the size of the field is actually 1 character. So I could get away without declaring the size in brackets. And because the character field is the default type used by the system to declare a field, I can even get away without declaring the type. So I can end this declaration of this variable just by keying in the field name. So this has the same effect as declaring the field just like this. So let's remove this. Now if you recall, we created a table called Z-Employees, and in that table we declared various fields of type character. One of these fields was Z-Surname. So if I create the table statement and key in our Z-Employees table, I'll just use forward navigation, and there we can see Z-Surname is type car with a length of 40. Well, we can replicate that declaration within our ABAP program. So I'll step back, and here instead of mycar2, I can create a field called Z-Employees with a length of 40 and a type C. Oops. And that has exactly the same effect. And if you remember also back to one of the previous videos, a short form of doing this is just to use the like statement. So this will declare Z-Employees like the actual field we declared in the table. Let's do this too so it checks correctly. I've already do apologize. So now you know how to declare a field of type C. Let's look at the other generic character string data type, and that is data type N. So thinking back again to when we declared our table, we created a field called zEmployees, which was the employee number. So if we go to the table and have a look at this, actually it's just called employee, but you can see we declared the field of type numC with a length of 8. Now numC, or the number data type, is a special data type in that it is treated just like a character type, but there is an inbuilt rule to only allow numeric characters. And when data is moved into this field, it is right aligned, just like a normal numeric type field. This data type is ideal when we only want to use numbers within the field, and we have no intention of carrying out any type of calculation. So let's go back to the program and see how we would declare this field in ABAP. So as usual, start off with data. And we'll call the field Z number 1 with a data type of N. And just like previously in this example up here, we could use the like statement and refer back to the actual field in our table, and it would have exactly the same effect. Now, one additional point is this field does differ a little bit from the data type C, in that the initial default value of this field is 0 instead of space. And that's it. There's not much more to declaring these types of fields. So let's move on and see what we can actually do with them.